All right. I see Beth, Valerie, Andrew's here, Cindy, Ryan. Welcome to Hawaii, everyone.
Yeah.
Hi, Lori. Hi, Diane. Misty's here. Karen's here. Blanca is here. Mike and Cheryl, can you hear me okay? Give me a couple thumbs ups. Okay, good. Oh, that was fast. You guys are fast thumbsers uppers. Thank you. Hi, Karen. Karen, I love your background. That's adorable. It makes me smile.
Yeah.
I love it. Hi, Kathy Drew. Wow, we've got some familiar faces here tonight. Thank you for being here, guys. This is going to be fun. I mean, come on, look at my drink. This is how could it not be fun, right?
Hey, Cheryl.
Hi. Who's talking? Is that Kathy?
Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. It's so wonderful to see you here. Thank you so much for coming. I feel like I don't know a whole lot about the Hawaiian Islands, so this is going to be a real treat. Hi, Misty. I see your face. Good to see you. Look at look at every single person is muted already, like perfectly ready for this. But if anybody wants to unmute for a moment and say hello, it's absolutely okay to do that right now. We're sort of letting everyone in for maybe one more minute. All right. Hi, Karen. Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Mike and Cheryl. Hi, guys. How's weather in Canada? Is it fall-like or winter-like?
No, it's fall-like where we live, so that's not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. You're ready this year. You dusted off the pool for a few months, and now it's time to retire it.
Unfortunately, yes.
Aw. Well, your audio sounds good. Thanks for saying hello.
No worries.
Kathy, I see you. You're looking good. Hi, Diane. Hi, Mary Ellen. Do we have everybody, Heather?
I believe we have everyone. Yes. Thank you so much for.
Sounds great. Sure.
Wonderful. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah. Heather, did you want me to get started?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead? Yeah,
sure. Sounds good. Heather and I always have like this delicate dance. Who's going first, right? But it's okay. It's all fun. Welcome, everyone. So many of you have been joining us kind of throughout the summer and fall months as we, in collaboration with Heather and Wendy at Montebello Dream Vacations, bring some fun interactive Zoom presentations to you. I know not everyone has Zoom, so to those of you who have come to many of these, thank you so much. We are tonight going to talk with Jerry from Outrigger Hotels all about Hawaii. This should be really fun. We can all kind of daydream about cocktails and orchids and all the beautiful things that are going on in the islands. I know that Hawaii just started welcoming people back this week. They have an excellent testing program in place. I saw news articles with 8,300 people arriving in the islands safely, and I think it's just such an exciting look at what's to come. And Heather is a very experienced travel agent. She, along with Wendy and the Dream Vacations team, have been supporting our community for quite some time now and have literally booked our community on hundreds of cruises. And what's interesting is that they've also been booking into land vacations, all-inclusives, all kinds of different things. So we really appreciate the partnership. And I'm going to turn it over to Heather for just a moment just to introduce Jerry and say a few words about herself, and then we're going to talk Hawaii.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sherry. Yeah, we truly value the partnership that we have with you. It's been fun to get to know all of you and Sherry through Zoom over the last, 4, 5, 6 months. So yeah, it's been a blast. So thank you so much. Yeah, Hawaii is, let me let someone else in. Yeah, Hawaii is one of my most favorite destinations. It is our 50th state. It is made up of 8 main islands. It consists of about 137 volcanic islands spreading over, if you can believe it, 1,500 miles. So lots of fun facts about Hawaii. It's the 4th longest in the US, about 170 miles, yeah. Hawaii is our 8th smallest state geographically and is like the 13th most dense state with population. So some fun things about Hawaii is that I grew up spending my summers in Hawaii. So like many people, we started in Oahu and then slowly started looking at other islands like Maui and Kauai, the couple that we'll be looking at tonight. So like how to get to Hawaii. So from the West Coast, easy flight from LAX or San Francisco. It's about 5 hours, right? Just a direct flight over to typically Oahu. You can get direct flights to Maui and Kauai as well, but it's just a straight shot right over to Oahu. The climate in Hawaii is just it's tropical. It has beautiful weather, slightly humid, but the trade winds come across the east and really cool it off. The summers can reach a high of 88 degrees and can go as low as 75 at night. And then the winters are a little bit cooler at 83, but it can dip down into like about 65 at night. So Hawaii is basically just has the 2 seasons, winter and summer. And yeah, basically May to October or October to April type thing. So that's a little bit about Hawaii. The 3 islands we're going to be talking about is basically Oahu, Maui, and Kauai, and then 3 stunning resorts. So tonight, our presenter Jerry will share at least the 3 islands and a couple of resorts on those 3 islands. Jerry Harvey is from Outrigger. She's had an amazing career in the travel industry. She's been with Outrigger for over 5 years and is a wonderful friend. So, I really appreciate you being here tonight, Jerry. And once Jerry is done with her presentation, then I'll continue it and tell you, just give you maybe 2 or 3 sneak peeks of things to do on each one of those islands, since, we're so excited that Hawaii has opened up. So Jerry, thank you again so much for being here. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that you can then share yours.
Great. Aloha, everyone. Welcome to the world of Outrigger. And if you saw me fooling around there, I'm trying to fix my little hillbilly green screen. It's not working out so well. So I just decided to let it go completely. So let me get ahead, fix this really quick. And aloha, dream vacations. And let me get this moving. Come on. Do you see the full screen now? Okay, there we go.
Yep, there's your full screen.
So Perfect. We're going to go into a few things. We have properties all over the world. We are located in the Maldives, 29 in Hawaii, Thailand, Fiji, off the coast of South Africa. So there's many, many places where Outrigger has put its global footprint. But right now we're just going to be covering Hawaii because it opened last week, October 15th, and we are welcoming everyone to the islands. And at the end, I'll just kind of recap with you exactly what to look for. So when you get your form, and you'll know what to look for when it sends over the queue. It's like a bar scan that you show on your phone at the airport. So this is just showing you some various things that we have. Our lobby view, the view from the Outrigger Waikiki Beach, right in the heart of Waikiki. And then our club lounge, which is for the clients that are booked in that category. They get full breakfast there in the morning. And then another image on the bottom left of the outdoor area for the club lounge. And then the middle bottom right picture, the bottom picture is of our spa, the Navasana Spa. And we have spas located at all of our signature resorts. So this is called the Waikiki Collection. That would be the Outrigger Waikiki Beach, which is in the heart of Waikiki, the Outrigger Waikiki Reef, which is on the far end, and our resorts on the beach. There's only 7 beachfronts on Oahu in Waikiki, and we have 2 of them pretty much bookend Waikiki property. And so the reef would be on the quieter end, and then the Outrigger Beachcomber is located across the street in the world famous International Marketplace. So the hotels that have had major renovation would be the Reef. It's a $90 million renovation going on as we speak. And then the Beachcomber had a $60 million renovation just before COVID. So they're ready to debut and got shut down. So we're going to start out with the Outrigger Waikiki Beach. This is where the beach comes alive. This is where you get your surfing lessons, paddleboard. We have Duke's there that has entertainment nightly, concerts on Sunday. They have the beachfront restaurants, which would be Duke's on the Beach and the Barefoot Bar, Hula Grill, the Blue Note Jazz Lounge. We have the Affinity Massage and Spa located on the very top floors, all glass, so you're overlooking Waikiki Beach while you're having your treatments. And that's also where our gym is, all glass gym on the top floors. And our club floor levels are located all the way from the 16th floor up with express elevators. So you can get to your room right away without wasting any time in your vacation. Just some various things that we do at Outrigger and things that we give back. We like to say that we give back more so that you have added value with the weekly, the newspaper delivered daily, the in-bottled, the room bottled water, the unlimited local calls, international calls. We give you, so I don't know if I'm talking to travel agents either here, but if you get your, when you check in, you get a coupon booklets, $75 in value, and they're good for attractions, museums, restaurants, stores, retail stores. And so that's really good. The Wi-Fi is included. The kids 5 and under eat free with a paying adult. So there's a lot of extra things that we do. Wedding vow renewals, complimentary twice a week at both of our beach fronts. Isn't that gorgeous? We also do like the hula lessons, the lei making, the crafts and things like that. So there's a lot of things that we give back. We don't just take the money for the resort fee, we give back. Ukulele lessons are another thing. So most of the non-motorized water sports are included in the resort fee as well. So you get a lot for your resort fee. This is another image of the club lounge. It's ocean front. It sits above Duke. So in the evening when you're there having your unlimited cocktails, you can hear the music, and it's the Hawaiian music from Duke's. It also is an L shape with an outside wraparound patio. So on the other side, they have a gorgeous view of Diamond Head. And it's just beautiful in the morning for breakfast, and it's wonderful in the evening for sunsets, as you can see on the bottom right picture. So here's an image, and this is actually the image that you're going to see from the club rooms as well of Diamond Head. And this is one of the room categories. It's called 1, 2, 3, meaning it can be a 1-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, or it can be a studio, a large studio with the 2 bathrooms. And on the deck here, we have 10 cabanas, and that is all for the person that is staying in this room. We have lots of categories, and this is the smaller of the 2 beachfronts, so it only goes up to a 1-bedroom. Now, this is all the entertainment that we offer at the Outrigger Waikiki. We have Duke's Waikiki, very famous for their, they're just famous all over, and a very fun place to go in Waikiki. And we have concerts on Sunday again to reiterate, and nightly entertainment. Some of the top Hawaiian entertainers that actually people pay to go see them. We also have right above that oceanfront is the Hula Grill with nightly entertainment, also breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then the pictures to the right are the Blue Note Jazz Lounge. We're the first Blue Note in Hawaii. And this is, they have a dinner show nightly and a cocktail show. And we could have anyone from Bruno Mars, who got his start here when it used to be called the Society of 7, Kenny G, we have Harry Connick Jr., and they also have a lot of famous Hawaiian artists that come there as well. So I'm also admitting people, so excuse me if I get a little stumped. So across the street from the Outrigger Waikiki Beach is the Waikiki Beachcomber. It's a wonder I don't stumble over my words here with all this Waikiki Beachcomber. This hotel is another hotel where we had a famous icon that got his start here. It used to be called Don the Beachcomber. So throughout the property, like right here in the Porte-Cochere area, you'll see a little a tank that has tiny bubbles that go up, and you'll see chandeliers throughout, and that's just to commemorate Don Ho. This property got a beautiful renovation inside and out, where they put the beechwood look with the living wall and just did a wonderful job. We also have influencers here at this hotel, a lot of them local, some of them are worldwide. The photography in the middle is one of our influencers named Zach Noyle. He is a famous ocean photographer, and we use his murals throughout the property and inside of every one of the rooms. So just so that you know, this property is located next to the International Marketplace. It also sits above Macy's and one of the largest Maui brewing companies in the islands, which is it's 3 stories ending in our lobby. So these are the kind of views that you get. No matter where you are in this hotel, you're looking down upon the hotels on the beachfront. So they have spectacular views. This is your standard room. Bose sound system docking stations, smart TVs, refrigerators in the room. They have Keurig coffee makers. I don't know, the safes are in the room, robes and slippers, and they did a great job with this property. And again, you can see the murals from Zach Noyle, one of our influencers. Now we're quickly flying over to the island of Kauai, where we have one of our 3 condos that I am showing, our Hawaii vacation condos. And this one is called the Waipoli Beach Resort and Spa. Of course, they do have a spa, really nice, and a really nice restaurant here on the beach with a lazy river swimming area and right on a beautiful beach. Now, the way that the island of Kauai is done, the road goes in a horseshoe. So you are smack dab in the middle of the island in the town of Kapa'a. It's also located across the street from a shopping center where there's a grocery store, so you can pick that up on your way in. This goes up to 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, and they spared no expenses on all the kitchen appliances and the decor as well. So we're going in to just show you the lazy river, which is good for swimming laps or just kind of cruising along in an inner tube. And then one of the restaurants we have down by the pool area and the beach. And one of our room categories, this is our oceanfront 2-bedroom. And they have, just state-of-the-art kitchen appliances here as well. And I love how they use the Hawaiian decor and really nicely appointed the way they've done the bedrooms with the Hawaiian pictures and stuff. And then you have the bathrooms on the right.
Yeah, it's stunning, Jerry. They're really beautiful.
It just never does any justice in these pictures when you have to cram so many in one. I cram these big, great pixels into one little thing. But anyway, so another category, you've got the beachfront on the left-hand side and then your garden view on the right-hand side. Now, we're flying over to the island of Maui. Maui is we've got 7 places here, and I'm showing you one of them. Heather didn't want to overwhelm you. We could be here all day with the amount of product line I have in my deck. But this is the Hanoakai Resort and Spa, and it's similar to the property you just saw on the island of Kauai, but this is in the famous Kanapali Beach. We have Dukes right here on the property and a 3-acre aquatic playground. You're looking at the Hokulani Tower. This property has 2 U-shaped buildings, and you have 2 towers. Hokulani is the main one where you check in. They also have a beautiful resort a spa as well. So you can see the images on the left of the 2 towers. And then these villas right here are newly built. They're 6,000 square feet. Some of them go up to 6 bedrooms with their own plunge pools and carports. And they will come online as soon as the owners decide that they want to check out. But right now they're just enjoying them. They just got built about 6 months ago. And then just another image of the views that you get from the one of the towers, and then Duke's right there. So you have nightly entertainment here at this property at Duke's, and they service the condo for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So again, on the right-hand side of this picture, and the other one will come into play in a minute. I'm not sure why it does this, but so we have 2 towers and 2 entryways. So the Kanoa Tower is the second of the 2 U-shaped towers, but the Hokulani Tower is the one on the left, and that's the main entrance. So that'll be the picture in the top right. So you can see how beautifully they look inside, and the rooms are beautifully appointed. This is part of they're called the Royal Collection. The Royal Collection consists of 3 suites, the Ali'i Suite. You can see how large that is. And then the Pi'ilani Suite and the Kamehameha Suite. These are huge, huge condominiums. And even the exterior lanai areas can go up to, as you see, the Kamehameha, 3,000 square feet for just the exterior. So it just, one of them I think has these giant P.F. Chang statues on the outside. It's like, You could just break this up and make a small boutique hotel out of it, just the room and the outside area alone. Okay, come on.
Yeah, it is just a beautiful resort.
Yes, it is. Now let's see if we can advance to the next picture. It's getting stuck on me here for some reason. Probably when it does advance to the next one, it will be, oh, there we go. So just some more images of the Ali'i Suite on the left, and then the kitchen, the dining room area.
Yeah, it's stunning. It's so beautiful.
Fully equipped kitchens with high-end appliances. They use Sub-Zero refrigerators, Viking stoves, Gen-Air microwaves. I mean, they have the dream appliances. And so these are just the various categories of a studio suite or a garden suite. And then you have your bathrooms. And then what's really great about these that makes them even larger is they have the nano windows, the sliding doors that go push all the way into the wall. So it extends the square footage of your condominium. So last but not least, and that concludes my little PowerPoint here, is the state of Hawaii has launched their Safe Travels program as part of the new process to welcome travelers back to Hawaii. So everyone's required to fill out, participate in this digital program, which requests people to create a profile, enter their trip details prior to arriving in Hawaii. One of the final steps to this process is the travelers need to answer health questionnaires and put in their COVID-19 test result. What they present upon arrival looks something like this, and this will be in your phone. And so you need to make sure that yours says in quarantine, no. And they will basically scan that QR code, and that'll be your entry on coming in. And so it's pretty simple the way that they've simplified it, but they have specific places that they have assigned that have this process really fast with them. I think if you're using some offbeat place, there could be a slight delay from what I understand because they may not have the QR code. So definitely want to make sure, and Heather will make sure for you to make sure that you have all your I's dotted and T's crossed. Anyway, that concludes, and mahalo, and hope to see you in the islands. We really appreciate your time this evening. So I will turn it over to
So
Heather.
if you just, perfect. Did you stop sharing?
I did.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's confirm. Let's make sure, let me go
So it's
here.
coming at you, Cleopatra.
Perfect. Thank you, dear. Yeah, so just let me, sorry, I'm going to do this. Okay. Okay, so now can you see my screen?
I see your screen with my picture.
Oh, I love it. That's what I'm looking for. So, okay. So yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, Jerry. That last resort really looked so large that it would just be absolutely amazing to have a small family to come and stay all together if that's what a family wanted to do. I mean, it's when they hold 8 people, it looked just absolutely stunning. What a great way to travel together as a small group. So yeah, I'm going to continue on and just thought I would go back to Oahu where we started and really just kind of give you some tips and tricks if you've never been to Hawaii and tell you a little bit about Oahu. It is called the Gathering Place and it truly just lives up to its name. It is the 3rd largest island and it's one of the most like densely populated. It's got a great fusion of East and West culture, but it's really rooted in its values of Native Hawaiian people. So it's got amazing restaurants and accommodations, and there you have the hustle and bustle of Waikiki, which is kind of where you can see Honolulu, or kind of where all the little bullet points are. I don't know. Can you see the cursor on my screen? I don't know. Like kind of down in here is where it's really the hustle and bustle is. But then like you can kind of come up and around and visit at least one time is Pearl Harbor. They have tours from full day to half day. It really kind of depends on how much time you have. There's so much to see there. It's just not the one ship. So I really recommend seeing Pearl Harbor. Another amazing place is Polynesian Cultural Center. I have been there so many times as a child. I look forward. I've not been able to take my kids there, so I do look forward to the time that I can take my kids and hopefully even grandkids. It's an amazing way to see the rich history. They have parades, and they do a parade down like this beautiful river, and the hula dancing, and then the traditional Hawaiian dinner at night, and then the performance. With over 100 performers at night. It is truly just breathtaking. So I always recommend the Polynesian Cultural Center. And of course, I know we've talked about Duke's. I didn't realize that Jerry was going to talk about it, but it is truly my favorite restaurant, right? The hula pie. So Duke's has just a really fun atmosphere, great Hawaiian food. There obviously are several in Hawaii, but there are several in California. And I literally ate there last weekend with half my family, not my entire family, but half my family. So the other kids were like, what, you went to Duke's? So we no longer live in California. We moved to Arizona, and we do miss Duke's. I typically, when we lived in California, I ate there every week. So I love their fish tacos, like they're to die for. But some fun facts about Oahu is so many movies and fun things have been filmed there. And so some movies that have been filmed on Oahu specifically were Forgetting Sarah Marshall, 50 First Blind Dates, Jurassic Park, Blue Crush, and The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. So moving on to Maui. Maui is known the Isle of the Valley. It's the second largest island in the Hawaiian Islands. The island is world famous for its beaches. It has amazing views of migrating humpback whales during the winter months. Amazing farm-to-table cuisine. And the most magnificent sunrises and sunsets from Haleakala. So it really, it's been voted for more than 20 years the best island in the US. So each one of these islands have so many different things to do on them. When you fly in, you're kind of more centrally located, and then I'll share a little bit about the first capital. So my favorite town in Maui is Lahaina. It's just so rich in history and culture. It's a charming town with so much to see and to do. I believe, Jerry, you can still see the oldest banyan tree, correct? That's the top
sure
picture is a
can.
picture. Yeah, these trees are just stunningly gorgeous and like nothing you've ever seen before. I know that California has the sequoias, but here in Hawaii, the banyan trees are just amazing. So they have the banyan tree. Then the first lighthouse was in Maui. And then just taking a beautiful walk along the ocean front. You can they have like a picnic set up, large style, but you can hear concerts. There's all sorts of things to do in the town of Lahaina. So another amazing thing to go do in Maui is the road to Hana. And why is this so amazing? It has 620 curves and 59 bridges. Okay, that's fabulous, right? But for the most part, it's a one-way road. So truly, when people are coming from the other direction, you either have to back up and shimmy a little bit or figure out how to make it kind of work through. So it is not a speedy road. It's definitely one. It's iconic. It's so beautiful. You can see the pictures here that there's so much different landscapes. So it leads you through flourishing forests and flowing waterfalls, plunge pools, and just into this beautiful seascape. So definitely you want to keep in mind driving slow and being cautious when you drive it. So I always recommend starting out early in the morning because it can take as short as 3.5 hours, which I don't know anyone who's done it that fast, but it can take it on average up to about 5 hours. So, and you do want to do the turnaround before it gets too dark at night. So I definitely recommend driving it during the day. Another, and I hope this picture is doing its justice on your screens, is Haleakala. It is the main, the volcano on Maui, and it is just breathtaking. And so I think you can kind of see the outer edge of the crater, but yes, the sunrises and sunsets are just absolutely beautiful, but you can actually, if you make reservations, can walk down into the crater and see all of the different creatures or flowers and things that are actually growing inside the crater. It is absolutely amazing. So some fun facts, movies that are filmed here on Maui are Jurassic Park, Die Another Day, The Hulk, just to name a few. There's plenty of others I can continue to go on, but I figured just a few fun things. Kauai is one that I have learned to enjoy more as an adult than a child. As a child, my parents just like to relax there, and so my sister and I were like, it's too boring. So there is, excuse me, I apologize. There is truly plenty to do on Kauai. It's just my parents didn't want to take us and go do stuff. They wanted to have relaxing time. So as I took my husband, the landscape and the lushness of Kauai and the pristine beaches are just amazing. There are plenty of things to do. I just recommend kind of spacing them out. If you're going to stay a week, then, one day relax and enjoy the beach, and then the next day go do something, that could be exciting and exhilarating. And there's tons of little towns all around Kauai. So Kauai, you can't travel all the way around the island. You can go about 75%. The west side, where Napali Coast is only seen by a helicopter. So there's zip lining and tons of adventure in the jungle, or you can relax on a kayaking trip through one of many of its rivers. But it is truly for people who just want a little bit slower pace, because the road around is just it. I would say the pace of Hawaii. Don't you think it's closer to about maybe 40 miles an hour, Jerry? No, it's not very fast. I don't think the speed limit's very fast. It's
Around the island?
Yeah. I mean, 45 miles an hour. It's not, I don't think you can go over 50.
Depends on what you're on. If you're on the H1 or H2, it goes up to 55, 65, but
all right.
Traffic, you can't go that fast.
Right. You're right. So that's why I was like, I don't think it's that fast.
And Kauai, it's
it's a much slower pace. It's a very slow, more laid back.
Slower. You'll be in bed early.
Right, you get plenty of rest.
But just so you know, one thing about this is I actually lived in Kauai for a while. It is the oldest of the chain, and because it's the oldest, it's had more time for erosion. It's got the most beautiful beaches and the wettest recorded spot in the world at Mount Waialeale. And it's hard to go up there and take the tours because it has to be clear. But that mountain is so dense and has such a heavy rainfall, it forms the 3 major rivers on the island, which is just, you can see how lush it is. Look at this canyon.
Yeah, so Waimea Canyon is considered the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. Yes, it's not nearly as big as the Grand Canyon here in Arizona, but it's just stunning. It's lush, but again, then there's some dry parts as well, which was kind of surprising. A fantastic way to see the canyon is truly through a helicopter ride, but you can also go hike it and go down deep inside the valley as well. So there's many ways to see this. It truly is worth getting in your car, going to drive it, and it's breathtaking. Take a picnic and picture a spot and just truly enjoy the canyon. It's nothing, it's like nothing you've ever seen. So, excuse me. Some places, some movies that have been filmed here are Fast and Furious, Jurassic World, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Stranger Tides, Soul Surfer, and Avatar. So the spouting horn, I love when water just kind of goes through one of these blowholes. It's just magical to me. And I can sit there for hours and just watch it. Sometimes it'll just come up a little bit. Sometimes it just spouts up to 50 feet. It was crazy. People get way too close. It makes me nervous. There is a rail up. I recommend staying behind the rail, but if you're adventurous, take as many steps out there as you choose. But there is so much to see and do near Poipu Beach is where the spouting horn is, and Shipwreck Beach is near there. There's Old Town, and there is a golf course, I shouldn't say several, but there's a golf course on the island as well. But the quaint towns all along the way are just great places to stop and just check out and see what is there, the local cuisine, the shops, and the markets. So on Kauai, tubing in the sugarcane canals are just a blast. You can see the different ages. There's a little kid ziplining, hiking, and surfing. So there is activity. It's just definitely not like any other of the islands. So that kind of wraps up a little bit about the 3 islands. Definitely, if you have any questions, put them in the chat box and we'll get to them as soon as I kind of go a little bit more about dream vacations. Yeah, so Jerry, thank you again so much. The Hawaiian Islands truly are a special place in my heart. I more than 10 years, I truly spent my summers growing up there, and definitely on all the different islands. But Dream Vacations here, we really like to get to know our clients, and really we have a vested interest, and we make it a personal experience for you. So we truly try and get to know each one of you individually.
And if you book through Heather, because she knows me and we're such good friends, that she can ask for an upgrade in your room.
Yeah, right. Yes.
And we
thank
always
you.
like to take care of our travel advisors because they take care of us as well.
Yes, thank you, Jerry.
And you know what? If the room's available, I don't see a problem in upgrading your clients, and so that they can have a wonderful experience.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So why use a travel advisor? Well, this year, more than ever, has been very complicated. And so I'm here to help you navigate through those steps. I mean, it really has gotten very challenging. Some other reasons, like I just said, we want to build trust. We want to tailor our vacation to each one of our clients' needs. And we're here to advocate for you when you might need it. Like any other professional in our industry, we truly do know our industry. Like you don't typically cut your own hair, you go find a barber, please come use a travel advisor. I can save you a great deal of time, money, and stress. So on average, a booking can take about up to 5 hours by the time you do all the research and get ready to book it. So why not call me and I'll do all the work for you. We do, if it's a cruise, we can watch our clients' booking and let you know if there's been any changes and save you money. And I've had some amazing promotions this year for my clients and have helped them save quite a bit of money. Future cruise credit with cruising. I've been able to help my clients navigate through that as well. And then just the different incentives or programs that they offer when you book a cruise online or on board the ship. We then also here at Dream Vacations give you a thank you for booking, and we'll give you an onboard credit as well. So World Travel Holdings is the leading cruise agency and award-winning leisure travel company. And that's who Dream Vacations is part of, is World Travel Holdings. and a sampling of some of our partners. These are many cruise companies and land vendors like Walt Disney World, Sandals, things like that. But we also partner with suppliers as villas and resort vacations, car rentals, sorry, resort day passes and luxury travel services. So I'm sorry those images aren't on there, but we have a variety of partners, not just these main ones. And it's a private label. So we also help our clients book cruises for the different airline reward partnerships. So we truly are a powerhouse agency. Are my Facebook groups. So not only do am I on Facebook, but I'm also on YouTube. And then I have several groups. I kind of narrowed it down. My screen looked a little busy. Next week, we'll be talking about Christmas markets. And I do have a Christmas market group that's traveling next year, as well as the Mekong for 2022. So again, thank you so much. We know your time is so valuable, and we appreciate you being here along with Sherry and Jerry. And so, you know, if you need any assistance, we're always here to help you. Our next webinar is on November 10th about the Christmas markets.